know that they are responsible for whatever that is going on. They are completely disconnected with people. There is too much patronage system. We are living in a country where core members mobilized by the Nigerian state could not find PPA where to do their service. And they have to be scouting for PPA. We are living in a country where 5 million people rise jam, generate revenue for the country, only 1.5 million can enter universities. We are living in a country where the National Open University just scratch out the law program with 2,000 students thrown out. We are living in a country where we brought us medical students from Ukraine, and up till now, some of them have not been able to be integrated into schools in Nigeria. We are living in a country where the law school in Nigeria, in the last 3-4 years, under the so-called quota system, because of infrastructure deficit, is not able to absorb people into the Council of Legal Education program. Excuse me. You are living in a country where the office of the SGF has collapsed. Nobody knows. When people campaign about defunding National Assembly, I laugh because they don't really know how Nigeria is governed. We don't know when an agency is established. Investors can just help them to get an office and start working. The office of the SGF, all the ministers went there to do documentation. And we don't know what is accruable to them. How many personnel are they supposed to have as their personal staff? We don't know it. But at least in the legislature, you know they have 5. How many vehicles are supposed to be in a minister's convoy? What is really the job of a minister? Why should a minister who is a public servant be in a long convoy and his media aides, all they do is to show us the cars on Instagram, and you think people will not be angry? The people know you. These guys are not accountable to their communities, except when they have interest for another political position. But the legislators are the people that are besieged every day by their constituents. So this operation and imbalance, whether it's as a result of long term of military incursion or what have you, I don't know. But we need to get our governor, get our public offices work. We have some governors who will abandon SSG office and invest power in their chief of staff, in the presidents who have seen it in the past. This is not how government is run. And that is why people talk about cabal. It's not those who are close to president that will have more power. Power is vested in an office, not an individual. And if we don't change that, we will not be able to deliver economic prosperity to the people. The politics of prebendalism, patronage, and clandestine tendencies will become the order of the day. So I think that if Nigerians are shouting for hunger, the president himself is the chief protester, at least in the last decade. He has been responsible for a lot of pro-democracy protests. And he has acknowledged that he has only been involved in peaceful protests, and I agree. But if you declare a national day of rage against your country, it is because your psyche is telling you that that country belongs to a president or politician. No, sir. It belongs to you. You are not going to burn down your country, but you're free to mobilize peacefully, have a designated place, and let the government know how you feel about certain things. But do not allow supranational bodies control the process for other agenda they have that we are seeing in other places. So I think that we need to promote a merit-based and healthy competitive society. Nigeria right now is not functioning on merit. A lot is based on patronage and politics, and that is what is wrong. Borrowing the words of the U.S. Vice President, he said, this country should be a place where people don't just get by, but also be able to get ahead. These are the kind of opportunities our leaders today had. It's not only capacity and competence that you need to lead politically. You also need compassion, and that is what is lacking. We don't want to continue to have a country where people are appointed and all of them converge on Abuja. We should have a situation where the president should right now, I believe, conduct the so-called monitoring and evaluation and impact assessment of all appointees. And anybody who has been here dancing disco in Abuja celebrating that appointment should be, laid off And people who want to passionately work for the people and not showcase wealth and affluence should be brought in to deliver on policies. And we need to have daily brief across languages of what the president is doing and how he's impacting the people. And I also feel that people have to know that it's not only federal government that we have in Nigeria. We also have state government, we also have local government. If all these people, you mentioned a situation in somewhere in Northwest, there are reports of a governor's wife who was even having birthday celebration and dollars